Real quick, boys, I know some of y'all already saw the first video, so skip to right here and it'll bring y'all to where y'all left off. So y'all enjoy the video. Let her eat! Oh, shit! Almost got it.
Yeah, look at the mess we made.
God damn, I'm getting kicked out, bro. Oh yeah. Keep going. Keep going. Woo! Bam. What's up, boys? Welcome to today's video. We're starting a new series. This series is going to be called Parting Out Cars. We're parting out cars. We're making a ton of money, and our first part out car is a freaking Mustang Dark Horse. It's got the 500 horsepower engine. It's got the Recaro seats. Me and Brady here. Bro said no, bro. No. We bought this for $9,200, okay? And we're gonna see how much money we can make back. We got a little surprises here. See for yourself, boys. This is a cracked head. That means that our engine is not complete, and our engine is not $13,000. The intake manifold, she's fucked. But yeah, let's see what we got inside. You all are gonna love these freaking seats, bro. Look at that shit. Oh, they're beautiful for a reason. They're freaking $2,000. $2,000 in the condition that they're in. Not even like if they're repairable like this, where it's just, oh shit. Look down there. Okay, we might have cooked seats, but we'll figure it out. We'll get everything figured out. I'm gonna call it a day for me. I'll see you guys in probably about a week, so.
One eternity later.
All right, boys, we're going to make some money today. We gotta go to Harbor Freight first. We good? Yep. We're recording? Yep. All right. So, boys, it's been about a week since we got this motherfucker in the shop, and we're ready to make some money, boys. It's after Christmas. I don't have any money left because I spent all my money, but anyways, so this is our initial investment. This is what we paid after fees, after shipping, after everything. We spent $9,200 on this piece of shit. So we need to get that $9,200 back. In this first video, we're gonna be only focusing our cosmetic parts and accessories and extras. So that means like body panels and interior and computers from the interior and stuff like that. Maybe like brakes and wheels and stuff like that. So that's what we're gonna be focusing on today. And if we could hit our $9,200 goal with just these interior parts, not touching transmission, not touching engine, not touching differential, not touching axle, not touching any drivetrain parts, we're gonna be freaking solid and we're gonna make some money. All right, so first we're gonna go through and see all these loose parts that we had stuffed inside of the car. Obviously, this shit was in the windshield right here. This motherfucker is cooked, dude. Look at this wheel, look at the impact it has. The fucking wheel's gone, bruh. Dude, I can't sell this shit. But look at that. Full Brembo brakes and calipers are intact and good to sell. So that is a positive, because for all of those brake assemblies, that's $2,000. And this was the only one I was worried about. So that was in there. Then if we come over here, this bumper is pretty f***ed up, but if you look closely, this diffuser is salvageable. The clips are still intact, mostly. That is good to sell. And then this was also inside too. And this is just a fucked up Recaro seat. Let's look what else we have in there, because it's disgusting in there and I haven't been in there yet, like really all the way. So let's go. All right, so this is where that seat was. It was upside down, if y'all don't remember, which is retarded. What's in here? What the fucking shifter just broke off. Well, can't sell that. Oh, look at this thing, it's freaking bent. That's crooked, man, what the fuck, man? As far as what we have in here, there's nothing really sellable. Look at that shit. That's really it for inside the car that was loose. So let's move on to something else. All right, so obviously that's a pretty big money part just staring at us in the face, and it's these counterparts, the brothers of this fucked up tire. So we're gonna start with that because that's really easy. Oh, unless it has lock nuts. Nope. They all look the same bolt pattern. So let's go ahead. Let's just zip those off. We'll get the wheels. We'll look at the condition of all of them and see what value we can get on those wheels. There's some nice luggies, boys. 1, 2, 3. All right. Wow, this tire even looks pretty good. This tire and rim is probably the best one out of all of them. We got really no curb rash, and this tire is still holding there. So let me get this last tire off and see how she looks. So this one doesn't have as good news here. Obviously, she looks a little broken here, bud, and she's also bent here. So yeah, we're gonna write this one off as a loss. We got 2 rear tires, and yeah. All right, so we got 2 good rear tires, or 2 good rear wheels. For a set, these are upwards $1,500+ for a set. Divide that by 2 for 2 good wheels, maybe a little bit less discounted. So let's say $650 for the pair. So that's a pretty good start, and nice tires. These are Michelin Sport 4s, I think. Next, let's move on to the brakes, because that's a pretty big ticket item. So we gotta check and see if they're all good. So if you look at this corner, unfortunately there's no fucking brakes. But they were inside that other wheel well. So this one is good. We have brake rotors and calipers good on this wheel, which is really good because I thought that we weren't gonna have it because it got totally fucked here. Let's look at the next one right here. We got good rotors, a little rusty, but that's all right. And good calipers, no damage to anything. So this is good, fucking good, man, fucking good. And I'll give this one a double thumbs up as well. So let's get these off and then we'll give them an estimated value. So not only do we have good brakes, I forgot that these have the electronic handbrake that they use for drifting. And when I hear electronic handbrake they use for drifting, I hear cha-ching. And everything looks good for that back here. Come look. Everything looks good. Even all the lines are hooked up correctly. So let's go ahead and get both of these off. These are good and they sell quick because people will, they'll upgrade their Mustangs, their 5.0s, and they'll need bigger brakes to go with the horsepower. So these are really popular because they're 6 piston in the front, 4 piston in the back. Most cars only have 2 piston in the front and then 1 piston in the back. So yeah, so they'll probably sell pretty quick. Had to put some overalls on because it's getting a little chilly over here in Texas. But these are all of our brake calipers. These are our rear, this is our front, and they are all in pristine condition, no damage taken. And then right there, we have our e-brake calipers, which is also some pretty good money. So let's get into talking how much money. So if we look here, this is the brake caliper set and piston, whatever, full brake set, all right? We have a whopping $2,000 for a full set, undamaged. So that is very good news. Very happy about that. And this one, we didn't even come into calculation before we bought the car. For those right there, another $500 for the set, which that's awesome. We're already getting our money back here, boys. Next, we're gonna dive into the seats. I know that one's fucked. We're gonna get the other one out, see what kind of condition it is, and then yeah, we'll go from there. For the seat, I use my brain and I have an actual pretty smart way to get it out. So since there's no power, we have to use our T55 big sucker and we have to push it under the seat and somehow get to it without there being any room for a socket wrench behind this. So what we're gonna do, slide that sucker in there and then we'll be able to turn it. Hopefully we get enough torque with our freaking fingers here, but yeah, we're gonna give it a try. Should work. Here. Hold that side. Ready? Take both of them off. And take the other one off, jackass. Thank you, sir. Now we might be cooked. All right, let's see if my idea worked, boys. Let's go. Thank you, bitch. Fuck you.
Oh, I'm a genius, bruh. This just fucking worked. Oh, shit. What's this? Let's go. She's out, boys.
Baby.
Let me get a brush.
Freaking disgusting.
Bro, what the fuck were they doing? Cocaine in this bitch, man? Why is it snowing, bro? If it ain't snowing, I ain't going.
Tight. All right, Ryan. You fucking do this. All right, Mr. Moore, give her a shot. So you're just gonna lift and just get it out.
All right. Oh, doesn't want to come out.
Lock in. Oh yeah, there's a harness on it still. That was so fanny, bruh.
Fuse.
Got him. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, boys, so let me tell you a little bit about these seats. So these seats, they're very rare. They're only in the 2024 Dark Horse. I'm sure they'll be in the GT 500s when they do release them, but there's none of these. I cannot find a single pair of these seats on the internet, and that means they're valuable. So new, if they didn't get broken, if the airbag didn't go off, if the rail wasn't bent, that would be almost $3,000 for these seats. But in the condition that they're in, we are only looking about less than a quarter than that. If we go over here to our board, we are only looking at about maximum, about 600 bucks, which is still good, don't get me wrong. But yeah, it's definitely not $3,000. That's still good. We're making a lot of progress here. Yeah, so next we have our trunk lid and our spoiler, totally untouched, except for somebody stole the badge off of it. So we're gonna get this freaking wing off. But first, before we do that, we gotta do some crawling. So follow me here. We don't have any power, so we have to do the old-fashioned way. If you were kidnapped, there's a lever that you pull and it'll open the trunk. So I'm gonna go back there and hopefully it works. I'll see you guys on the other side. Go open the trunk, Ryan. Oh, hey, what's up? Oh, look, there's a sub there. That's gotta be worth some money. Oh, get me out of here. Oh, shit. At least we know that jack stands are pretty sturdy. Yep. All right, so we literally just take this fucker off. Can you guys hear me? So it took us an hour to do this, but we locked in and this is what we got. We have a rear spoiler backup camera assembly here. Perfect condition, no blemishes. We didn't even crack or anything or break anything. Also, we have the trunk assembly here. No damage done, no blemishes, no nothing. In this beautiful condition that we have them, let's look how much money they're worth. For the spoiler. And this is very modest for the spoiler. We have an easy peasy $500. Easy peasy. I already got somebody wanting it to come pick it up tomorrow. So that's how easy peasy that $500 was. And for the trunk lid, what would you guys say? This beautiful blue trunk lid. 600 bucks for that sucker. Hella manny. So that right there is a pretty good haul just from that back end being clean. We're doing pretty dang good. We still have a couple things left, cosmetic and interior wise. So setting this aside, to set up for after we're done with the cosmetic and extra accessories, we're gonna have to clear all of these bad hood panels, these side panels, the doors. We're gonna get all that crap out of the way and ready to part out, especially the doors. The doors, they got window switches and buttons and locks and all that stuff. Bro, look at these doors from the BMW. You guys remember that video? Look, right there, Ryan. Fucking jackass. Bro, nobody want no god dang BMW parts, bro. I sold the motor and that's it. If y'all want some BMW parts, 750 parts, just DM me. I'll come get this shit for free because I don't want it, bro. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead, clear out all these damaged parts.
3:28 a.m.
All right, as you boys can see, we got to stripping, all right? So we got the doors off, we got all that bullshit off, trash, bunch of trash over there, but we did find out some good news. So on our first door, it was pretty torn up. So the only parts that are gonna be able to be used are the accessories on the inside, but we got ourselves a fully good door. This is the only damage to the actual door. And then there's a little bit of door panel damage here. And that is the only thing wrong with this door. That is a very good because they're very valuable when they're all put together. And also, we have these over here. We have our side skirts. So these side skirts over here, one of them fully survived. This one right here fully survived right here, but this one right here did catch a little bit of a fade right here. Where's my marker? Okay, I got it. So for the full door is a whopping 1,000. $1,000 for the full door. That is a really, really good. All right, and then the door that just has the accessories in it, a little bit lower. You're going on the low side, it's about 300 bucks, which is still great, but it might take a little longer to sell the stuff in it and, you know, so and so. And then we got for the side skirts with one good one and one kind of bad. We got $300 as well. And then last but not least, we have the diffuser. Not too much to get excited for, but we got $100 on the diffuser. As of right now, where we stand, we do not have that many parts left to take off of our Mustang. Cosmetic wise, the cosmetic extras, we're looking pretty good though. We're getting a lot of money out of these parts, and it's starting to stack up here. Next, we're heading back to the rear part of the car. We're gonna take the taillights off and whatever else we find back there. Oh, let's play a game here, bud.
Time to play the game.
Do you think there's gonna be a spare in here or what?
I'm gonna say no.
No spare? You're fucking wrong. It's a brand new car. Why would there not be a spare? Oh, fuck, no shot. Damn, no fucking spare tire in there? But what is this right here? Is this a rape whistle? Oh, this is a funnel. That's a funnel, not a rape whistle. Now we can just take this shit out of here. All right, let's go say hi to Brady.
The next day.
All right, boys, we're back. Dang, where we left off yesterday. Oh, taillights. Also, yesterday, that is where we're at right now after day one, and we still have a lot more money to make. So we're gonna finish up on the exterior. All right, you think it's gonna come out now?
Yes.
All right. Why would you say this? All right, let me knock the other one out real quick. I'll be right back. Stand up, you fucking. So, we're able to get a couple valuable things from the trunk area. Starting with all these bunch of modules. We got an amplifier, like trunk latches, and then just a bunch of electronics that are all worth a pretty little decent amount of money. Then we move over here, these beautiful tail lights, unscathed. Right now, they're going for one on eBay. It's $400 to $500. Oh, over there, we got the crash bar. So we're gonna add that to the list. Tail lights, 600. The modules, we'll say 500. And then the crash bar is another 100. All right, so where do we go from here? On the inside, we have a bunch of other modules and stuff we could get into. We have the center console assembly and stuff like that. I think we might be able to hit our $9,200 without even touching the freaking drivetrain. So let's go ahead and get started on ripping the interior apart, see if we get some money. Obviously, we got a bit of a mess here. What the? Got it. But yeah, obviously we have some cleaning up to do inside of here. We're gonna move all of this trash to the trunk because we're done in the trunk area. You get to watch me put all the trash in the background. You don't have to help with that. But the vacuuming, I'm going to vacuum with you. You are gonna suck up all the trash. You're going to suck it up.
Not doing.
Yes, yes you are, bro. Get out of my way, you. Oh, it works. Oh, the airbag's flammable. Bro, is that blood or what, bro? I hope not.
Bitch was doing whatever she could get her hands on.
That's all I'm saying. Ew, it's her f***ing shoe. What size was she? She was a big bitch. Fat. She went to the casino. What's this right here? $5, bro.
It's money right there. Cash in.
One man's wreckage is another man's fortune. Small fortune.
It was a small fortune in my pants.
Dude, what the fuck? Ow, she f***ing smashed her toes. Dude, that bitch's toes are cooked. This shit is wet. What the fuck? 47%, dude? Are you kidding me?
What if they crashed the f out of this bitch?
All right, boys, I've come to a business decision. We're going to cut all of this out so it's not falling on us and we can work in a good environment while we're inside the car. Oh, it got me. Fuck. Owie. This is heavy. All right, now it's vacuum time. All right, boys, so we're ready to start tearing down the inside. We're nice and clean now. We're not gonna get all cut up. And just from what we can see here, we got some pretty good parts. Starting with the back seats, they're a little bit rough, but they are sellable. And some other things in here that are pretty valuable is this center console assembly. You can sell this whole thing right here. And the screen. And also we're gonna try and see if there's any like computers or anything. And yeah, so we're gonna get to destruction. This isn't broken, and this is cool. Yeah. This has the wireless charger on it, so I'm sure this is a popular upgrade. Oh, let's go. Just fire right there.
Hurry your ass up, man. Keep laughing, I'm gonna fuck you.
3, 2, 1. Hey. All right, unfortunately, we're losing our cameraman here. Hey, hey, hey.
1 hour later.
All right, boys, coming along pretty good in here. We just got to get the screen out, the seats out.
And that's really about it. So we're gonna keep going at it. All right, boys, so it's been a long night, but we are finally freaking done getting all of the parts out of the inside of the car. And let me tell you, it was a good cleanup, boys. We have a frick ton of modules here. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we also have all of these trims, and all of them are either carbon fiber or the leather blue stitch suede, or the blue stitched leather. And then we have the entertainment screen, and we have the rear seats. We have 3 good seat belts right here. And then we have the center console assembly and a couple extra little things like the floor mats, the door panel trims or whatever, and then the gas pedal. So to start off with, we have all of those computer modules, the 7 or 8 of them. I'm going to give an estimated value of about $1,000. And the next, we have for the trim set. This is very low number. There is a couple, it's just because they're mismatched and we're missing 1 panel for the entire set. We're giving it 250 bucks, and that will be an easy seller right there. And for the climate control panel, I separated that from the trim set, and that is also another 250 bucks. The center console, as y'all saw earlier, does have a little tiny bit of damage, but that's okay, because they are expensive. You can find them all day for $6 or about $6.50. So that's why we're gonna give ours a value of about $450. Next, we have the seats. Those suckers are also expensive at a good $700 crispy bills right there, boys. And next, we have that cluster, that expensive freaking cluster that I was telling y'all about. Another $800. For 3 seatbelts, they're all about $100 each. We're going to do a good $300 unis there. So we got the gas pedal. That was pretty cheap, only about 80 bucks. Should have thrown that in extras. For all the remaining stuff like the floor mats and the mirror and all that stuff, got another $250. So we did freaking good inside. Honestly, I did not think that it would be this much money in parts. We only needed about less than $2,000 to hit our investment number here. Hell yeah, brother. We did $4 grand in the interior. And if you add that to our 750, we are sitting at $11,835. We made back our $9,200 and more. And we haven't even touched the drivetrain. And I'm really excited to see what type of money we could do and the condition that all those engine components are in.
3 days later.
What's up, boys? Welcome back. Last time, we got all of this done.
All of these parts have been taken out, cleaned, and are ready to be taken pictures except for that.
We are looking good, and today we are ready
To break down the rest of this big old damaged mother trucker.
and this is all profit from now on. The first thing we're gonna do is make sure we don't gotta go back into the car because
We don't have a trash can, and this all has to go inside the car.
because trash. So yeah. So currently, after doing all this stuff on the interior and exterior kind of cosmetic parts, we're looking at $11,835. We already broke into profit just on that inside stuff, and we broke our goal for the first video. But now we got a bigger and better goal, and this is just how much money we want to make, you know? The new goal for this video is $20,000. That's what we want to make. That's what we want to get up to in parts value. So this is what we have to make up that money for our new goal. Some stuff that's left inside. There's really not very much in there, but we have this. Then we have the engine bay, which we're gonna make most of our money back on, most of our profit on. And then we have the rear assembly, like suspension in the rear, differential, axle, stuff like that. So we have these three to hopefully hit our $20,000 goal by the end of the video. First thing we're gonna do is, I guess, break into the inside remainder, which isn't too much. Let's see how much money we could get off the inside, and then we'll move on to our engine bay, which is gonna be pretty interesting. So we're just going to stick to just the fuel tanks for this, or just the fuel pumps for this, because they need to be accessed from the inside. Basically, all this category is gonna be is the fuel tanks. So let's go ahead and take the fuel tanks out. I know they're pretty valuable, so this will be a good little boost for profit. We freaking did it. We got this little ring off. So now we can just pop this off. Bam. And now this should just come out. Oh, this freaking fuel tank is full, bro. She filled up right before this. Holy crap. Ah, burned. And I'm pouring fuel everywhere. Dang, this fuel tank is literally filled to the brim. She just filled up before she got on the road and crashed. But that right there is what I would call a successful fuel pump removal. So we got one more of those, and then we'll get a value for them and move on to the engine bay. All right, so now that we got this fuel pump out, we're gonna add it to our inside remainder. That's really our only inside remainder though, and that is a good $350 just for those fuel pump assembly. It's a cinder unit and a pump unit. So yeah, it's 350 bucks, easy peasy. So now we're gonna take all of this junk over here and put all of that junk inside of the car so it's not in our way and we have more room in the shop to work on stuff. All right, boys, so we're back in it. We got all the trash put away and we're ready to finally get started on tearing this amazing part of the car actually apart. So basically what we're gonna do first is get everything out of the way. We're gonna go around the exterior of the engine bay and we're gonna get stuff like this out of the way. If we need to, we're gonna cut back the arms here just so it's not getting in the way of anything. We're gonna take the crash bar off, the rest of the broken front suspension and coolers and all that crap off. All right, so we have two good throttle bodies, which I know these are pretty expensive. So we have good throttle bodies, no cracks on them or anything. So we're gonna strip this off of here and then we'll sell that by itself. So set that aside. Ugh. We're about finished getting everything off the outside of the engine. One, so we could get a better look at what the damage is, and two, just so we can make it easier to get out. First, I'll show you guys some of the parts that we got. These are all good parts, by the way. So we got the brake pedal, the windshield wiper thing, blah, blah. And then we have the brake pump assembly thing. And this thing looks freaking expensive, dude. Like, also we have some hoses for coolants. Another thing that we found out that is amazing, great, amazing news is if you look at this engine, it looks like it got into the short block. But if you take a closer look, if you look in there, this is just the front timing cover. Like, this is not the actual short block. It starts right about here. So this is the short block where it starts right there. And on the inside, everything looks to be intact and good. So I believe that we have a good full short block, which is a big, expensive part. I'm so happy that it came off and it's good. The only thing is we need to do to test it now is take off, you know, the front timing parts, try and turn it over. If it turns over, it's good. If it doesn't, obviously it's not. But we also have a good head, and yeah, obviously that's not a good head. But yeah, good news, as always. I'm so happy to hear good news. And looks like we're gonna be keeping our money that we thought we might lose. Really, we're kind of all sealed up here and ready to take the engine and transmission out. We just need to clear the rest of the stuff that is under the car, but we're gonna drain the oil out first just so we don't make a giant mess. Man, this shit smells like barbecue, bruh.
Come on, stop filling. It's getting too full. Oh God. Oh God, please stop. Please stop filling. No more chocolate milk, please.
Okay, boys, so I got under, looked at everything, and I got a new plan. So what we can do is we can drop the subframe, not just to drop the subframe because the engine is connected to the subframe. So what we're gonna do is first, we're gonna attach the crane here to the top of the motor so it's supported from the top. And then once it's supported from the top, we could drop the subframe and then the subframe will come down. And then we're going to disconnect the drive shaft from the transmission, and the transmission will be disconnected. And then what we'll be able to do is give this clearance and support from the top, lower it so it'll go about right here, and then the transmission will be disconnected so we can just pull it all the way out. But there's still some suspension parts connected right here, so we're gonna finish up tonight by getting these parts disconnected and be ready to start fresh tomorrow and finish up. All right, we're back again, boys, and I'll tell y'all what, I'm ready to finally get this freaking thing out. As we said yesterday, we're gonna go ahead and try and get this transmission and engine taken out. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna tie up our crane here, find a lifting point, and we're also gonna get the transmission supported with that right there. Yeah, I've been wanting one of these for a long ass time. It was on sale for like 50% off, so may as well, right, guys? All right, what do we get? We got a bunch of trash. Okay. Is this thing used? It's like this is a return. So that's gay. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 wheels. I guess how it works is you have this right here at the end. You guys can see that. You have this little snout at the end. You make it go up and down. And she is ready. Give her a little bit more. Okay, so kind of looking around without actually knowing exactly what I'm looking at. Don't see anywhere off the top that I could just mount to. Let's see. Probably one of these will be a good place. We got, bam, right here. This is our bolt right here. Hopefully that could support about 600 pounds of weight. All right, now give her a couple pumps. Now we're good here. And now, the only thing left is to disconnect the drive shaft. I will say, I am a little frightened. And that was the last one. So now, drive shaft is disconnected, exhaust is disconnected, transmission is held up, engine is held up. The only thing keeping us from ripping this thing off is the subframe bolts. So let's drop the subframe bolts and then we'll pull the sucker out. Okay, so we got the engine out. We're not going to do the engine bay total quite yet, just because we're going to part out the engine last. But those parts yesterday, like the coolant hoses and like the brake booster and all that stuff. I did some research, and that's plus another $1,000 there. So let's get into the rear parts, suspension, differential, axles, stuff like that. We'll get all of that taken apart, and I'm gonna try and get that up quick so we can move on to the engine. So this right here, you could sell this as an assembly. You could sell it piece by piece. I think some of it I'm gonna sell as assembly. Some of it I'm gonna sell piece by piece. I think like suspension arms, we're gonna break those down, break the other side down. Differential and axles, we're selling it piece by piece.
Rock get in here.
Oh, and it's on. Wow, these harnesses are really easy to use. All right, well, now we have the valley fully gutted. We can go ahead and move to the head. What is this, bro? Ugh. Yeah. Look at that beautifulness. It's like a freaking 5-mile engine. All right, boys, we're back another day, and I'm gonna try and finish up today really quick. We're gonna finish breaking the engine down, take the heads off, and get it ready for a customer that's coming to buy it. And yeah, so I'm gonna try and finish that up really quick, a little time lapse for you guys. Okay, we got the right part now. All right, boys, right now, it's the moment of truth. We're gonna check and see if our short block turns over. And if it turns over, then we just made a lot of money. Ugh. Just so she doesn't move. All right, you guys ready? Let's freaking go. We're gonna get most of this cleaned up. We're gonna get this ready to sell to Paul, and we're gonna make some crispy dollars today, boys. All right, boys, so we're officially done parting out the Mustang, and now we gotta see how much money we made. At the time of filming this, we've been selling parts for about a month. Facebook only. It's been a little time consuming posting on eBay. Already in 1 month, we've made back $5,200, which is amazing. So what we sold the short block. We sold the coolant hoses, coolant reservoir, power steering, pump, harmonic balancer, a couple sensors, and that's about what I can think off the top of my head. That leaves us with what do we have left in the parts. First, I'll tell you guys the parts from eBay. We're sitting at about $18,000 in total parts value, but eBay is expensive. Just straight off the top, eBay takes about 15% on almost every product. We also have to pay for shipping and stuff like that too. So from that $18,000, we're gonna chop off about 30%, and that's what we're gonna be sitting at. With all that being said, on eBay, we have about $15,000 left in parts that can be sold. We also have stuff that we're only selling on Facebook, such as the transmission, the doors, what else was it? Oh, and I'll say the torque converter as well. So, and all that adds up to about $4 grand in parts just for those things. All right, I wanna share a couple numbers with y'all too before we see our profit, our practical profit. So So about our total value in parts before, you know, taking out shipping, before fees, blah, 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 everything, we were sitting at about $28,000 worth of parts, which is insane. Like, that's a crazy amount. And remember, we only spent 9 grand, 10 grand on this car. Yeah, but like I said, not everything is gonna sell, and a lot of stuff is gonna sit, some stuff won't sell, and there's shipping and a bunch of fees you have to pay for, and we have to take out our profit. But $28,000, that is a crazy number. All we have left is our practical profit. So this is a number that we're looking at that we are most likely going to hit. And that number is $13,050. That is the total profit that we are looking at making from our first Copart bought scrap salvage car that we parted out. But if you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead, subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.